Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, it's me again with what's now called Sunday SoundByte. Um, what's about today? What are we going to talk about? Okay, I think we're going to talk about different ways of implementing change. Sorry, I've got my collar up. That's better. Feeling more comfortable now. Don't look so cool. Look less cool. um, Basically, I see 5 different ways of implementing change. There is a directive way where management actually takes full and direct responsibility and they impose change through formal management channels to a predetermined plan. Number 2, there's expert led. This is actually used where change is as a result of probably something technical, fairly technical, the problem that needs solving, and some expertise, specific expertise to develop the solution. Management, again, kind of take a strong lead. Then there's the negotiated change, which is usually adopted by those affected who have some rights actually involved in the change or have the power to resist, like changes in working practices, for instance. The 4th one is coaching. This approach is actually designed to change the business culture and of the employees through education, training, persuasion, etc. And then finally, there's participative, and I normally have problems with that word, but I'm okay today. My teeth normally fall out. The participative approach involves the maximum number of people and is based on the assumption that without their participation, commitment to the change cannot be achieved. Does that make sense? I hope so. But I'm guessing you're looking for a bit more detail. So let me give you some. Okay, let me give you some pros and cons of each of one of those I've just gone through. So first of all, directive. What are the pros? It's fast. It's appropriate in crisis situations. It works if management is highly regarded. It enables active leadership, useful where change is not in the interests of those affected. The cons are maybe flawed because of little input from those who have valid information, and is likely to create resistance because of lack of input and involvement. What about expert-led? The pros of expert-led. This actually can provide fast change if it involves a small expert team, right, who can make decisions, and there may be little resistance as well if impacted employees see the change as legitimate. The cons of expert-led. The chosen experts may be seen as people who don't actually understand the issue. So resistance may be strong if the expert team does not include those who can win commitment. Negotiated. The pros of negotiated. Those affected are less likely to resist in this process if it's seen to be fair. And this type of change is more likely to become permanent. The cons of negotiated. The negotiation process can be bloody slow. Depends. And the outcomes in terms of concessions won may be different from that was originally envisaged. Coaching, the 4th one. The pros of coaching. This actually results in a commitment to the change. Problems may be solved in a better way because of more opinions and more expertise, and will prepare the way for future change. The cons of coaching. This process is slow, even slower than negotiated, and it's also costly in terms of time. It requires the engagement as well of external consultants to lead the educational coaching process. And finally, participative. I've got it right again. The pros of that. Dare I say it again? Participative? Yeah, way, brilliant. The pros involves a broad cross-section of people into change teams and educates and encourages people in terms of the change process. They need to get to know what's going on. The cons of this, My goodness, does it take a long time? Absolutely. It takes ages to achieve, okay, and get the desired results. It's complex as well in terms of management, because if you get so many people involved, etc., that you're sort of juggling people all the time. And it also requires a completely wide range of skills. But I've called out 5, okay, but think about this. It's advisable not to adopt just one of those strategies, but a combination of them, which should be aligned to the culture of the organisation and the type of change being implemented and possibly the structure of your stakeholder groups. How does that grab you? Managed to get it into just over 5.5 minutes. So again, I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about next week, but I'll see you then. Bye.